How's it going, Moonies? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about 5 interesting theories about Sailor Moon. Let's get started. Theory number 1. The first theory is that Chibiusa creates a new timeline every time she travels through time. So this theory is kind of like the Dragon Ball Z theory, Multiverse theory, where like when Trunks goes back in time, he went back to a different timeline instead of his own, which is why nothing changed in his future. So if this were true, it could explain a lot of things like the parallel Sailor Moon universe or some of the side stories that really don't fit into the normal continuity. Also, it could also fit in things like the anime, musicals, PGSM, and they could all just be different timelines, explaining why things in the story are so much different. So unlike Trunks in Chibiusa's case, she could have traveled to her own timeline's past, but incidentally created a new timeline with each trip, which would be very interesting. And of course, it's not only her who would have this effect. Anyone who traveled back in time would do this. And so she wouldn't be the only source of new timelines, but she would definitely be the biggest source. Theory number 2. Chibiusa was never Sailor Chibi Moon, at least not in name. So the theory here is that Chibiusa is not Sailor Chibi Moon, but Sailor Moon. This is less of a theory and more actually accepted as fact due to the proof that's provided. But here it's still considered theory because some still accept Sailor Chibi Moon as her actual title. I would actually accept this as fact, call it headcanon, whatever you want. In 30th century Crystal Tokyo, Sailor Moon has ceased to exist, and no one calls Chibiusa Sailor Chibi Moon except Diana one time. The term Sailor Moon itself is also just a title passed down through the royal bloodline, and when Chibiusa transforms, she is referred to as Sailor Moon's successor. So Chibi Moon is more than likely a nickname, so they don't get her confused in the current time with the Sailor Moon that does still exist. Theory number 3. This theory is probably one of my favorites, especially because it's the hardest to really, wrap your mind around, especially if you think too much into canon. So this theory states that Kusagi is Sailor Cosmos. For those who aren't familiar with Kusagi, you can click on the link and go to my Parallel Sailor Moon breakdown, where I just give a brief overview of what Parallel Sailor Moon is, and I'll link that in the video somewhere. Kusagi is basically Usagi and Mamoru's second daughter. In this story, Kusagi awakens as an unnamed Parallel Sailor Moon. Cosmos is said to be the ultimate form of Sailor Moon, and the title of Sailor Moon, as I mentioned in the previous theory, is just passed down generationally. The original thought is that Chibiusa dies in battle against Chaos and Kusagi becomes Sailor Moon. When she can't defeat Chaos, she goes back in time and renames herself Cosmos. But there are a few issues with this theory in its original form, of course. Cosmos is stated to be Sailor Moon's ultimate form, so she can't just choose to rename herself. And in the OG timeline, Sailor Moon only has one child, so I have a few things just to tweak it barely to make it a little more. So, Chibiusa's time travel ability is first theory. If this theory is correct, or if there's some other multiverse timeline theory in the Sailor Moon universe, even without this, can make this work. Because of this, the timeline with Kusagi would exist, and if we assume Chaos attacked and the Sailors, Moon, Vesta, Pallas, Juno, and Ceres die in battle, and the Crystal decides to choose Kusagi now to be our new Sailor Moon. Gathering all her power, she unlocks the Cosmos transformation, but still can't defeat Chaos. So then, because of that, she goes back in time, disguised as Chibi to try and convince Sailor Moon to destroy the cauldron back in the past, as she thinks this is the only way to defeat Chaos. Now, the only problem or variable we have to deal with here now is Pluto. Would Pluto be aware of other timelines from her position or not? If she were aware, could she really say? So we don't really know We don't really know where Pluto lies in here and if this really kills this theory or not. I still think it's a really cool theory. It's really fun to think that Usagi is somehow involved in the original timeline that we all see. So, moving on to theory number 4. The silver crystal is sentient. Whoa. So, this theory basically states that the silver crystal has its own mind, feelings, and consciousness, etc., etc. This is not really that far-fetched of an idea, as the silver crystal itself uses life energy to work. It works based on Usagi's emotion as well. Like when we first find the crystal in Usagi's tears, it's just her emotions were so strong that it brought it forth. Maybe the crystal heard her calling out to it and decided that it was time for her to find it. You know, something like that. 2. Usagi always prays to or asks or pleads with the crystal before performing certain attacks. And the crystal is said to be linked to the soul of its user. But maybe that's just a part of it. Maybe the crystal shares a strong bond with their user as well. And so it has like a semi-consciousness, not full, not like Mercury's harp, where it can actually speak, but it does feel and think. So, theory number 5. Now this is another good one to me. Now, think about this. Before everyone died, it was brought back to Earth, and Damien was the only Earthling who was not brainwashed when King Materia cast the spell on Earth. He was extremely strong-willed and tried to fight before being killed. So why is it so easy to brainwash him now? So, remember when Mamoru was a boy and he was involved in the car in the accident that killed his parents and severely injured him, leaving him with brain damage? He even suffered from a form of retrograde amnesia. So even when he first became Tuxedo Mask, he didn't always remember his nightly escapades because of his amnesia problems and his memory issues. Most of the things that he did were based off of dreams he had, but he still wasn't completely sure. So what if that left his mind susceptible to things like brainwash and mind control? I mean, that is just so rad. I just said rad. Yes, I did. I showed my age here. I mean, that is really kind of cool when you think about it. And it would really lessen the sting of him always getting kidnapped and taken control of and seeming like this really easy to manipulate character when you really think about the fact that Endymion is a strong character with really strong will. Now, of course, we all know he also gets kidnapped because he's our damsel in distress of Sailor Moon. But I think this is a really cool theory. Those were 5 theories that I found particularly interesting about Sailor Moon. I'm going to also do a video of 5 theories that are just absolutely ridiculous and can't be true, and proving why they're not true in a future video. So if you enjoyed this video, please help me out by leaving a thumbs up below. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with Sailor Moon related topics, from news, explanations, and theories. If you think of a topic you'd like me to cover, please leave it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, as I greatly appreciate it, and as always, in the name of the moon, have a great day.